How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Respawn Granted. As always, my co-host, Real Batman. How you doing today, bud?
Doing good, you?
Doing good, doing good. This is Collector's Thoughts, where we talk about video games, movies, action figure statues, all kinds of different topics. And today we wanted to talk about accessories that come with action figures and just how important or not important are they. So let's start off with how you personally feel about them. How do you feel about accessories?
Talking about figures, right?
Right. Yes. That would be the figures. Yes.
To me, like with McFarlane, even at a $20 price point, I'd like to see not two trigger hands on both sides of the figure, even if it only comes with one weapon. So sometimes, like a relaxed hand, like to interchange, maybe an alternate head sculpt would probably be the most. I would say alternate head sculpts would be up at the top for me, as opposed to all these different little gadgets and weapons. Like those, to me, are more of a nuisance and they just get everywhere. I would say alternate head sculpts would be at the top of the list for me, or an alternate head sculpt, and maybe one or two interchangeable hand.
Okay. I know. For me, I agree with you. I love the different head sculpts. Like when you could take, have them happy, have them angry, whatever. And I actually like what Hasbro does with a lot of them too, where they give them like a power, for the X-Men, for example, they'll have like Storm with like lightning coming out of her hand, or Gambit throwing the cards. Like that's really cool in my opinion. I personally I like stuff like that where you can when you set up the figure, you can put that accessory on him, and it showcases like the power, like one of his abilities or something like that. So I agree with you. I like the head sculpts. I like the ability accessories that they give with them. I'm not huge into the whole different hands, to be honest with you. I never really cared much about switching hands in and out.
Because you
And
break.
they break themselves. They're so fragile half the times. I'm not even getting onto that one, but yeah. I mean, me personally, I don't care for many accessories either. Like I think it's overkill. I'm good with like. Let's just take a character. Let's make it simple. All right. I'm looking over here. I have Gambit next to me. Okay. So right now, from Hasbro, Gambit. Okay.
Nice.
You got the hand. He's got the cards. Right. You got what else? You got the card with the stuff on it and the staff. Like that's good enough, dude. I'm content with that right there.
Card with the stuff on it.
What?
The card with the stuff on it?
Yeah,
What
the kinetic energy right there.
all right, then call it the kinetic energy or the effects. What do you mean the stuff on it? What are you doing?
It comes with a battle staff.
Oh,
It's,
all right. I just wanted to point the stuff on it.
well, because I don't know if it's right or wrong.
Stuff
Oh,
and
it is
things.
kinetic energy, so I was right. Kinetic energy, the stuff.
Wait a minute. You're the Marvel guy first, right? I'm the DC guy. How the hell do I know that? You.
Well, it's because Batman has no power, so you don't have to remember anything. Everything starts off with bat, batarang, bat copter, bat car. Ooh, that's creative shit right there. At least
Really?
it's different.
Your favorite comic hero runs around in freaking pajamas. What are you talking about?
And he looks damn good in them, too.
Sure he does.
That's amazing. We're getting off topic here. I thought we were talking about accessories. Why are we now doing Spider-Man versus Batman?
That's an easy one. Batman would win. But anyway,
Oh, no, he would not.
oh, he would. Anyway, so the stuff and things. I just wanted to clarify that with the things.
The things with the stuff and the other things, guy.
The things, stuff and things. All right, Rick Grimes. Let's get back on topic. Now, stuff and things.
My point is that that's good. That's more than enough. I like when the figure has like just an item or two to put in his hands, and then maybe like a different head sculpt. That's it. I don't need like like for example when they give a guy like 10 different guns. I don't need that. That's overkill to me. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. It's like you look for example the Ninja Turtles. What do you expect? Pizza and their weapons. That's good enough. Once you start adding all this other stuff, I mean, it's nice, but you don't really need it. I don't use it half the time. That stuff stays in the box.
I guess it depends on what kind of collector you are. If you do a lot of figure photography, then you're going to want those accessories. So I guess there's a market for everybody.
Yeah.
And it depends on what kind of collector you are. If you don't do figure photography, if you're not big on doing extreme poses and changing it up all the time, then accessories is really not that important to you. A McFarlane will do the trick because it looks badass on the shelf and it comes with minimal accessories. It's not that big of a deal. For some people, it is a big deal. Me personally, accessories are a pain in the ass to store. It makes you keep the boxes, especially the high-end stuff. So it's just, accessories it opens up a can of worms to a whole other problems. You know, you're forced to keep the boxes because A, it's collector friendly and all the accessories are in it.
Right.
And I know that there are some collectors who take the accessories out of the box and put them in baggies and have these drawers filled with accessories. I have ADD and that would drive me bananas. Yeah. So I can't do that. So, no, I mean, accessories are not that important to me. I mean, like I said, you know, and you actually reminded me, the things, the effects,
the powers.
Yes, the power, the effect, those are also pretty cool, but I don't have to have them with every single figure. I guess it depends on the character too. I don't know, dude. I mean, let me ask you a question. How many different thwipping like things do you need with Spider-Man?
I don't need much at all, dude. Not at all.
Because you got these reviewers out there, and it's like, look at all these different like webbos. They got all these different webbos, and they got the thwipping hands. It's like, how many webbos do you need?
Right. I mean, the thing is, it's okay. It does add something, obviously, but I mean, how many do I personally need? No, I don't need them. I mean, hell, I don't even need any of them, to be honest with you, because I actually have a Spider-Man figure on my shelf from Hasbro. Doesn't have any web. It's just the character himself, and that's good enough for me. The other thing I wanted to ask you, too, was how big is the price point reflect accessories for you, like whether you need more or not, based on price?
Well, when you look at what Marvel Legends is doing right now, when you look at their deluxe figures, they're $30 because they come with more accessories. Be careful what you wish for. You wanted more accessories, and everybody thought they were going to be like, oh, $23 or $25. No, they're $30. They're not $23 or $25. To me, I'm perfectly content with what McFarlane gives us and the regular $20 Marvel Legends, depending on the character. Sometimes, every once in a while, they'll throw in an extra accessory with certain characters. Because you can't have every figure $30 and up, at least not for me. People might look at in my background and think, this guy's loaded. No, I'm not. This is about 30 years worth of collecting. That's why I've accumulated so much. This didn't happen in the last 5 or 10 years because of YouTube. That's not what this is. And a majority of the stuff in my collection is entry-level figures. I do have a higher-end stuff, but if I go in through it, it's probably like 60-40, like really. So it's pretty close. But no, I don't want to pay a lot of money just because of accessories. So I actually like the fact that we have different price points and have some of like the McFarlanes and the Legends and even the Diamond Selects to a lesser degree that come with a little bit less accessories, but the sculpt and the articulation is on par. Not 100% there. It's just less accessories is pretty much the reason why you're paying less and the articulation is not quite as good, but close enough.
Well, let's say for example, you spent $100 on a figure. Okay, so now you spend the $100 on a figure. When you take that figure out of the package, do you look at it and say this better come with, so many accessories, or that's still, even at that price point, not important?
For me, no. The most important thing to me is quality of the figure.
Okay.
How the figure feels in hand, how the mechanics of the figure are. Does everything work properly? That's the first thing that I look at. And then the other thing for me is something that you don't like is, depending on the figure and the size of the figure, stand. Does it come with a stand? Some of them do, some of them don't. And those are the ones that you pray to God and that you're constantly picking up. So I would say quality of the figure, how the mechanics of the figure, how well the figure feels in hand, how well everything operates. Does it feel like it's going to break when you move something? That's first, stand second, and then accessories is after. I mean, look, I like accessories, but I'm not a huge accessory guy. I'm just not.
So let's say for example, you get a Mayflex figure, but it only comes with an interchangeable head and like one gun at that price point. How do you feel about that?
Not with QC issues. Fix the goddamn QC issues. Listen, there are like Beast Kingdom comes with some accessories, but it's definitely less than what SHF gives you. It's definitely less than what Mayflex gives you. Okay, and Hot Toys and so on and so forth. But I don't care. They still come with more accessories than Legends and McFarlane, but not a ton more. I don't care. I want the figure to be good. Okay, so I wouldn't have a problem paying $85 to $95 for Mayflex with a little bit less accessories. Just fix the goddamn QC issues. That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I was asking you those questions just because I just wanted to kind of pick your brain a little bit on it, because like we were talking about earlier, we're both on the same boat as far as accessories go personally. Not that we have anything against them. For the people that love having a ton of accessories, then great, more power to you. The problem is that for guys like me and yourself, where we don't really care for accessories, but then you see companies like Marvel Legends upping the price and putting more accessories in. So yeah, you're justifying the price increase because you're putting extra accessories, but then guys like me and you, we weren't asking for extra accessories. So we would like for the figure to stay at that $20 price point, And it kind of sucks for guys like us because you're getting more accessories, but we don't care about the more accessories. So, and then for the people that love accessories, they're loving it. They're thrilled.
There needs, up till now, it's where it's good for a reason. There's a market for everyone, which is why I get pissed off when people bitch, moan, and complain about McFarlane and the accessories. When you look at what you're getting with McFarlane, and he's not perfect. Just look at our episode before this one, where we bring him up right in the beginning about the Robins, the 3 different Robins. All you're getting is just a different head. So nobody's perfect, but I'm sick and tired of hearing about that. Stop putting pressure on Hasbro and McFarlane and whoever gets the license, if he doesn't keep it after him, about accessories, because it works well now, because if you want more accessories, go get the higher end figure. If you don't care so much about accessories, you have good quality, comparable figures with less accessories at the 20-ish price point, which is good for us poor people. Yeah. Because that's what pisses me off. It's not that they're wrong about the accessories. It's, I understand that not everybody can afford $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80 a pop, which is why there's such a huge market right now for Hasbro and the Legends and the G.I. Joe. People are going crazy for the G.I. Joe Classified. It's a $20 price point. They love the figures, man. And what you're getting for the price point, the accessories that you get, the articulation that you get, the sculpt, it's pretty remarkable what they're doing at that price point. But you're not going to get as many accessories. And I'm okay with that. There needs to be a market for everyone. And hopefully these clowns don't ruin that for the people who don't want all those accessories and who can't afford $40, $50, $60 and up and more for a pop for figures, just because of extra hands and head sculpts.
Right. Because like, for example, you take my situation, right? I just got in the mail yesterday, I believe it was. I got in the Batman Flashpoint from Tari. I was very excited to get my hands on it.
Nice.
Yeah, I was very excited to actually get my hands on it. Thanks, dude. And the thing is, one of the first things my son said to me when that figure came in was, "Cool, can you try to find me one?" Okay? Now, at $20 a pop, I can try to find him one. Probably not gonna. It's probably gonna be damn right impossible because I've been trying ever since when he saw the picture of him back before. But I can at least try to look for it. Now, mind you, my son's 8 years old. He doesn't need accessories. He doesn't need them. I don't want him to have them because they're going to end up all over the room. They're going to end up everywhere, under my couch. They're going to be everywhere. So I don't need him to have those accessories, and he doesn't need them. He wants the figure. And at $20, I can try to swing it and get him one if I can ever get my hands on it again. But you now raise that price to 30 or 40. Now you're sitting there thinking, okay, well, now if I get two of them, instead of it being $40, now we're looking at $80 for two of them. That's a little bit tougher to swing. And my son, I love him to death, and I love the fact that he loves my habits and stuff like that, like with collecting and stuff. He's intrigued by it. He loves coming in the room and looking. And one of his things is he wants a lot of the stuff that I have. Imagine buying duplicates of a lot of this stuff, not only with price, but also accessories. There's going to be accessories everywhere throughout the entire house. I honestly think one thing that these companies can do to kind of help with appeasing both parties is why not sell a separate accessory pack? Have it where it's one of those things where the figure by itself with one or two accessories is $20. And then, you know something, if you want that, maybe have like a gun pack. It comes with a bunch of different guns that, shotguns, handguns, machine guns, everything. You charge like $15. It has a whole bunch of them. Then you have another one that's like swords, all different swords. You charge $10, $15, so the people that want those accessories can pick up the figure and pick up the accessory pack. And then for those of us that don't give a damn about accessories, we just pick up the figure. Now, that's probably never going to happen, but I'm just saying that would appease both parties.
I think there are accessory packs out there. I don't think it's I don't think that it's like, Hasbro, which I think is what you're getting at, like McFarlane or Hasbro or Diamond Select, like those entry level type. I think that would be a good idea. Like make an accessory pack for the Legends line, based on the characters and stuff like that. I think that would help solve the problem. But there's always going to be people that bitch. Let's face it. There's always going to be people that bitch because either they don't like the company and they want to find something to nitpick at. But I think that the accessory pack would go a long way for if Hasbro would do it. And even to a certain extent, McFarlane would do it. But I know this is an accessory video, but they're right to my left. I really don't understand what people are bitching about. Okay, the scale, okay, I get it. Some people don't want to start a whole new scale. I get it. But man, what you're getting and what you were getting before with Mattel, dude, for the love of God, just stop bitching about accessories. I'm pretty sure, and some of these YouTubers, I know, they get samples from high-end stuff. They have drawers filled with accessories. Stop. And now, in the previous episode, you got a little worked up. My turn to get worked up. We started off on laughing. Here's the thing. If you're a YouTuber, you know who you are. You get a lot of free shit. You have a ton of accessories. When you review a company, do it. Look at the price point. Just look at the price point and stop freaking bitching about accessories. I'm tempted to bring out certain names, but I'm not going to. Stop bitching about accessories. You have a drawer filled with accessories. Open the goddamn drawer and put a weapon in his hand. That being said, don't ruin it for the rest of the people who can't afford the higher end figures. And that's what you're doing. You're already seeing Hasbro doing it, where they're coming out with these deluxe figures. It's only a matter of time before all you're going to see is deluxe figures. Okay? And even the regular Legends, where they start, putting extra hands in there, and instead of being 20, they're going to be 25, and the deluxe figures will be 30 or 35. Stop ruining it for people who can't afford to pay more than 20. We know the figures aren't going to stay at $20 forever. We know that. But we don't need you to speed up the process. Stop doing it.
especially for stuff that
aren't that important to everybody.
Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. It's not important to everybody. That's why I was saying you do something like that where you do an accessory pack and you kind of for the lower. I mean, the thing is, if each company did their own accessory pack, okay, I understand that it might make it a little bit tougher for the company in the beginning, but eventually if you're that company, you're gonna make that stuff anyway. Like if you make Deadpool figures, you're gonna eventually have to make swords and guns because that's what he uses. If you have Spider-Man, he has web. X-Men, you know what I mean? Like all these characters, if you have these licenses, you're going to make those accessories anyway. So why not just put them in there? And then what you do is with the figure, you put like one weapon, and then if you want to be creative with like head sculpts, that you would have to put with the figure. Because obviously you're not going to have a head sculpt accessory thing because that's going to have all different heads from all different people. So my whole thing is like what you just said. Not all of us give a damn about accessories. And honestly, if the price goes up, like for McFarlane, it goes from $20 to $30, and all he does is add more accessories, that's kind of annoying because now the figure isn't any better. The figure isn't any bigger or anything. They just put more crap on the side that I'm just going to leave in the box anyway. So I agree with you. You got to look at the price point. You got to understand that you want more accessories, then you got to pay more. And that's where that accessory pack would be helpful. Because now when you pick up that figure for $20, you then pick up that weapon accessory pack for $10, guess what? That's $30, which is what the company would have charged you for it anyway. And if anything, you get more accessories that way. Now you can have guns everywhere. You know what I mean? You can have as many guns as you want. So,
yeah. My opinion, I'm going to leave it off on this. There needs to be a market for everybody. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to lead off with that. There needs to be a market for everybody. Some people just would rather have a badass figure and less accessories and it be affordable and look badass on the shelf. And they just, every once in a while, they'll splurge and get one of those higher-end figures where they'll have a ton of weapons that they can use on some of those figures that didn't come with as many weapons. Just, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. But some of these YouTubers are making it a big deal, and it's really annoying the shit out of me to the point where I can't even watch them anymore. I really can't. It's just look at the price point of what you're reviewing. You've been doing it long enough. The fact that I have to sit here and call you an idiot, you should probably quit because you're an idiot. Now, you guys know who you are. The ones that are bitching about accessories, you know who you are. And I hope you see this. You know who you are. Stop bitching about accessories. If you want, listen, these are the same idiots and the same clowns that bitch about accessories when they review SHF. That comes with a shit ton of accessories. Oh, I would rather have seen this accessory instead of that one. Well, why don't you go get a job working for them then, smart ass? Like, oh, but wait, that would require you to leave your house and actually do it, like work for a living. Like, just stop, man. Like, really, stop. There needs to be a market. There needs to be a market for everybody. That's all I'm saying.
So in that situation, then they're not complaining about how many accessories. They're not complaining about what type of accessories are there. So
they're never going to be happy.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, so let's take, okay, for example, like the X-Men, okay? You take like Cyclops, for example. You know how many different versions of that blast you can give him alone? That's already a bunch of different accessories right there. You can have the big blast. You can have a shorter blast. You can have a really short blast. You can have it where it's starting to shoot out of the sides. You can have it where it's only little stream, a big stream. Like, dude, how much crap you want these companies to make? It's like there has to be a point where they draw the line. You don't think these companies are in meetings and they're coming up with all this great stuff, and then they sit there and go, okay, guys, we got to kind of pull the reins back a little bit because this is a little ridiculous. How many different versions of Cyclops shooting the blast are we going to have? So in that aspect, they're never happy, dude. That's the bottom line.
And you know what? That's one of the reasons why these figures don't last as long. The more interchangeable parts that you can remove and pop in, and then after a while, it just doesn't hold. It doesn't, like, you remove the mouthpiece if it's a Batman figure, and then you put in the other one, and then you take it out, then you put it in. After a while, you have to either use sticky tack or super glue, because the mouthpiece just starts falling off while it's on the shelf. So, you know, to me, just give me what McFarlane's giving me. Give me a damn good figure. I mean, they're not perfect. There's, you know, like I said, there's things that he can still improve on it. but I think he's made tremendous strides over the year, over the first year that he's had it. Legends, Hasbro's killing it with their figures over the last few years. You look at what you're getting with those figures, it's less interchangeable crap that can break. Give me those over the ones that, you know, you can remove mouth plates and put just stop with that crap. Just give me a durable, good quality figure and less accessories. I'll even pay close to the same price, but I just want a figure that's made well, that's going to last.
Yeah.
And, by the way, does what it says it can do.
Yes, yeah. And I was gonna say, even NECA, I think they put the perfect amount of accessories. They give you not too little, not too many. I really like what NECA does with their accessory stuff. It's right in that, for me personally, it's right in that ballpark where I'm gonna use a good majority of the stuff, but still have a little left over just in case I want to switch things out. Real quick, I wanted to ask you because you brought them up. Mattel, what accessories did they give? Because I didn't really buy Mattel. I didn't really like their figures.
Less than McFarlane.
And what was the price point on that?
20.
What the hell? Wait a minute. So these YouTubers that you're talking about liked Mattel?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. We're not sure.
I can tell you this. Some of them liked Mattel's scale, but again, that wasn't McFarlane's fault. That was out of his hands. He didn't want to make the 7-inch scale. He was left with no choice. It was taken from him. So you're getting a bigger, broader figure, better quality, better articulation, slightly more accessories at the same price point. Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up. You might have to get that out.
They're definitely, I mean, like I said, I didn't really care for Mattel stuff. So right there, I like what McFarlane's doing. He appeals to me. I'm an adult. He appeals to my son, 8 years old. He thinks they're cool. He likes them. They're affordable enough to where if I want to buy 2 versions of them, I can buy one for him, one for me. And they don't have a ton of accessories, so I don't have to worry about crap ending up all over my house. So I like what he's doing. I like the not too many accessories. So I'm content with it. Keep it at $20. Even Marvel Legends, $20, $25. A couple little cool things to add to make the character special, but that's it. I don't need, like you said, like a bunch of different mouth changes and stuff and different heads and stuff. Half the times that crap stays in a box anyway. So that's another point right there. You can't even see it because the accessories stay in a shelf or a drawer or a box. So you don't even see. You pay for that extra stuff you're not even seeing. So who cares? Unless you do photography or you're one of those people that switch things out a lot.
Yep.
So, but that's what I got to add about the topic. What about you, man?
Yeah, like I'm going to off what I said earlier. I apologize for the F-bomb, but it just pisses me off. These guys just really piss me off. I'm going to leave it off. Like I said, it needs to be a market for everyone. Don't root for the people that the bread and butter of their collection is Legends, the Multiverse line, stuff like that, Diamond Select. Don't ruin it for them. Don't force these accessories down everybody's throats because it's just going to increase the prices. If you want accessories, buy the higher end shit. Leave it at that.
It's true. Because not all of us want it. And by the way, just so you know, I'm probably not going to bleep out that F-bomb so everyone can see how much of an asshole you are.
Takes one to know one, but you know I'm right.
I do. But all right, guys, that's it for us. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching and hanging out with us for a little bit. Stay safe and healthy out there. Please like, comment, and subscribe to both of our channels, Respawn Granted and Real Batman. And if you guys could share our channels, let's get these channels to grow. And stay safe out there, guys. Take care.
He's the asshole, not me.
You're still an asshole.